The documentary that you're about to watch is a care for orphans and community development that was taken in Uganda. Uganda is a country in East Africa and is therefore part of us. Uganda can be best described as the Pearl of Africa. Uganda shares its boundaries with Sudan in the north, Democratic Republic of Congo in the west, Kenya in the east, Rwanda and Tanzania in the south. Most African countries are known to be in the third world, and Uganda is no exception. Uganda is no exception in suffering from tropical diseases like malaria, measles, malnutrition, and these come along with poor infrastructures ranging from schools, roads, general health, and safety for children. CAFOCOD is a non-profit organization that started helping vulnerable communities in Uganda in 2001. As a result of the high numbers of orphans and vulnerables, children facing welfare problems in Uganda, Kiboga, as a district with a population of over 300,000 people, has only one hospital, which is understaffed, with one medical officer, one senior nurse, one clinic officer, and one midwife. The hospital has only 100 beds, yet they admit more than 200 patients a week.
My name is Francis Ojok. I'm a medical doctor by training, and I've been working as a medical director of CAFOCOD for over 7 years now. The reason I joined CAFOCOD to volunteer is because of the burden that I've seen. So many people in Uganda can't access medical care. There are a lot of children who die from malaria and other diseases like diarrheal diseases. HIV is so high, yet access to medical care is extremely limited. One of the major things that we see in the communities are surgical problems. The people can't find their way to main hospitals, there are no vehicles for referrals, and so we are also trying to develop the CAFOCOD community-based surgery, where we will be able to reach out the needy communities and at least do basic surgeries. Besides that, we do school outreaches and speak to the students in the rural schools about things that will help them prevent diseases. Basically, we look at teaching them about using the available foods to combat malnutrition, personal hygiene, community hygiene, improving water sources, try to prevent the preventable diseases.
That apparently doesn't seem like the worst scenario. In the labor ward, women go through a lot during delivery. The ward is in a critical condition. There is no water, no incubators to cater for premature babies.
The baby is kept here all the time on direct skin, so that the baby keeps warm.
As if that's not enough, the patients travel very long distances to come to the hospital, as some of them share their experiences.
Mu district ye Mubende naye mu erosi bagiyita Kyakatebe gye nava mu Ggombolola Myanzi.
The peripheral health center, such as Banda, that would have reduced the burden at the hospital, are poorly equipped and understaffed. When we as CAFOCOD recognized what these people go through to have a life, we realized that something had to be done. And our mission is to build a firm physical, moral, spiritual, and educational foundation so as to improve the lives of the orphans, widows, and vulnerables. For the past years, the academic results in Kiboga have been very disappointing due to lack of enough staff and scholastic materials in schools, which enhances the poor performances in schools, as the director of CAFOCOD explains.
My name is Samuel Mugaya. I was born and raised by poverty-stricken parents that could hardly afford to take me to school. And usually whenever we went without food, I used to think we are the poorest family, not only in Uganda, but perhaps in the whole world. Until when I failed to go to school and started volunteering in the community, and I interfaced with many children that were suffering without parents, and they were worse off than I was. At one time, I was really shocked because we went for a community meeting. We invited people. We had done a very wonderful mobilization, and after waiting for 2 hours, the tent was filled with only children. So I asked the local leaders, where are the people? They told me, these are the people. Because most of the parents had died to HIV, most of the households were being headed by orphans. Children that were 10 years were helping their young siblings. Tears flew down my eyes, tears flew down my heart, and I realized I had to do something. So I mobilized fellow youth in the church, and we started Care for Orphans and Community Development with a vision to improve the lives of the orphans, vulnerable children, women and people living with HIV/AIDS in the vulnerable communities in Uganda.
As CAFOCOD, we depend mainly on volunteers who volunteer their time, volunteer their resources to reach out to the very needy communities. This ranges from medical workers to non-medical workers.
I'm called Dr. Emmanuel Bua, and I'm a volunteer in this organization. I just want to thank God so much for today, the mission that we had. I call it successful because most of the objectives we had were fulfilled.
In summary, what we need as CAFOCOD is a fully fledged and equipped medical center. We need drugs. Every time we have a medical outreach, we need to solicit money to buy drugs, and this has been extremely challenging because the patient numbers range from 300 to close to 600 patients, and we commonly run out of drugs. So we need to have a good supply of drugs. The communities we serve as CAFOCOD are really very deep communities, so we need a good vehicle that we can equip and go to the needy communities. With this, I appeal to whoever cares about the suffering humanity to put in a hand, whether it is a donation of equipment, support for the construction of a medical center.
CAFOCOD Uganda joins hands with the church, community and leaders to improve lives of the alarming numbers of orphans, widows, HIV patients and vulnerables in the two sub-counties, Kiboga and Kyankwanzi.
I wish to thank the CAFOCOD Ugandan team, all the volunteers, CAFOCOD USA Board of Directors for the progress of having registered this as a non-profit in the US. And I know that God will lead us, He will provide for us. We look forward to opening a medical center, an orphanage home. We shall also have a school, so you can help in many ways. You can donate towards the school project, you can help in the orphanage, you can help in the medical center. You can come and volunteer in any of these projects. You can volunteer your time in the project, play with the children, you can teach them, you can talk to them, you can help them. Can you imagine a single dollar that you donate makes a very big difference, and it saves so many lives. As we believe and work towards these projects, we shall continue pushing, that is praying until something happens. Thank you.
Christ Jesus is our parent. We don't fear anything. Satan is ever coming, but we know Jesus is there.
For more information, drop us an email on cafocode@gmail.com or call us on +131 449 80522 or 0777 76 8831. CAFOCOD Uganda, caring for orphans wherever they are.